This is the latest disclosure in a report from National Civil Defense Headquarters in Washington. It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life.
Welcome to Dead Radio.
We're not doing that.
How did she come to have sex with a dead man?
Don't call me Radio Unit 91.
You're a dead man. You're a dead man!
He's God here in this radio station.
Place where the dead speak.
Rebel Radio!
I'm a fake? Yes. How'd you like to be dead?
You ever think about doing radio?
My team is dead!
But you're not crazy. You're me. And this is just radio.
By the powers vested in me by the Federal Communications Commission, I command you to get on the microphone in a serious manner and continue this broadcast.
That was me getting blown away by the intro.
I wasn't paying attention. My mic wasn't on.
No, it's on. It's just
broken.
ooh yeah.
This is weird.
No guests. It's actually not weird. It's actually pretty comfortable,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
What are we going to talk about?
All kinds of stuff. There's a lot of shit that happened to
In
us.
the last 6 weeks.
If you haven't been following the show, shame on you. But it's been a couple weeks since we haven't had anybody on.
It's been 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry. Yeah, since we haven't had anybody on.
Yeah.
I was right. And we have a couple new toys in the studio. Most specifically, the new bell ringer.
Good job. You want to show everyone at home?
I have been. I was flashing it. To the beat.
So show everyone at home who's watching how the bell ringer works.
All right, here we go. Is everybody watching? There it is. The new That's What She Said bell ringer.
So do you want to tell everyone how you got the new bell ringer?
I would love to.
Ryan is transitioning
I am transitioning.
into a new career.
That is correct. So I dropped a hint last episode that I didn't drop a hint. It was pretty obvious. I made it obvious that we were done. I was done at my last job, digital radio engineering.
Mm-hmm.
I was a broadcast engineer. For those who don't know, I used to basically install and maintain radio stations all over the place. And it was great. It was great. I learned a ton. I was there for almost 10 years. November would have been 10 years there, if I'm not
Were
mistaken.
they going to buy you a watch?
A cheap gold watch. I don't even have a thumb.
What the fuck is that from?
That's from Speed. He lost his thumb and they gave him a cheap gold watch, right?
Yeah.
So I left. I'm not going to talk shit or anything like that. Because there's nothing really to talk shit about.
Mm-hmm.
And just, it's a brutal job.
Yeah.
We lost a couple engineers along the line and everything like that.
Did they die?
No. They
just left?
They went. One guy went to California.
I thought they died in service
Well-
to the company.
Well, hang on a second. One guy moves to California, or two guys moved to California. A couple guys retired. A couple guys committed suicide.
Really?
Uh-huh.
A couple guys.
A couple engineers that
Jesus.
I know that we've had relations with,
Sexual
relations with. They they fucking
Jesus. I mean, I don't
off
want to make
themselves.
light of that, but I was surprised by that and didn't know how to react.
in all honesty, it was a bit of a wake up call.
Mm-hmm.
Not really a wake up call. Well, yeah, but it just was like I was like, I can't do this gig, man, because it makes you crazy. Because there's weeks where you're on call 24/7, you can't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be local, and it's a rough gig. A lot of stress, a lot of
I don't know how many times we've had plans and you're like, yep, I have to drive to Utica now.
yeah. There's just shit like that happens. There's simple stuff that happens that I can take care of quickly, but it's that looming shit that happens. Plus, my commute, my shop was based in Port Jervis. Oh shit!
It's the camera was still on the dick.
My
Oh yeah, we didn't really describe it to people listening.
yes. Well, I'll get there.
So we'll describe the bell ringer in a moment.
Yeah. It was just a lot of driving. My shop is based out of Port Jervis, and they were cool enough to let me take the company trucks home and everything like that. So it got to be too much stress. Brooke was just tired of seeing me miserable, pretty much. I just needed a change of pace, and I had to get back to what I originally set out to do. That was live sound, and performance-based engineering. You know,
Yeah.
I know radio is considered performance-based, but
Yeah, but we're not making any money doing this.
yeah.
Yeah.
But terrestrial radio to me.
Oh,
is
you
just,
mean like
I'm talking terrestrial radio.
like what you were doing is considered performance-based engineering?
Because you know, radio.
No, but you want to be like at a concert mixing the fucking sound or something like
or open mics for
that.
comedians
like
or
DJ
whatever the hell.
pretending that he can do something. You know? Yeah.
Yeah, I want to be
just
that
pretending
guy.
to work.
I want to be like Skrillex. I want to make $1 million to show up and push play. You know, it just.
Ooh, you're gonna make O'Sullivan mad.
No, man, you don't understand. I do understand. He works very hard. Records his album. It's more like uploads it to the company, and then makes all of his money by pushing play. But I digress. So as a going away gift, the two guys at the shop, bless their hearts, bought me a 7-inch black, not black as in I should say black the color, not African American dildo. And if it's I've never had a dildo.
No.
Surprisingly, I've never had a dildo.
Now you do.
So now I do, and I will demonstrate to the people watching.
So it's
7 inches.
It's
black.
a big floppy black dildo. I mean, it's not like huge. It's not like a ridiculous one. It's like a normal size penis, roughly.
Right, and it's got a suction cup on the bottom.
A suction cup base for your use in the shower. That's what it's for.
Brooke actually, when I showed it to her, she asked me what the suction cup was for.
So you just stick it right to the refrigerator, so you can do so when you make your willy in the kitchen again.
Yes, I should just form this one. Yeah, that's mine.
I don't think we'd believe it.
The head on my head is bigger than this. The head on this is a little like, I don't know.
It's kind of pointy. Yeah, it is kind of pointy.
Yeah. So for the folks at home, so I suction cupped it to the table, and I could just pull it back and flop it onto the bell if I want to. It's much more, it's much more work to get a "That's What She Said" ring in, but. See? And there's also that problem where you miss. It works out great. Ooh, double tap. So...
we're getting a phone call.
That's my dad. You can wait. Anyway,
remember that one time you tried to take a call? He's like, all right, call me back. Just hangs up.
So, yeah, Gavin and Sal, thank you very much for getting me the dildo, the moist anal lube, that's the name of it, and the... Republican, Democrat, either way you're screwed condom.
Nice.
That'll just sit there because I don't use condoms. Anyway.
I'm just waiting for the day one of you gets chlamydia and has to have a conversation. It's like, so...
You can't get any kind of STD? Any kind of STD?
No, that would mean that when your wife inevitably cheats on you.
Huh. No, I know that. But I was thinking of maybe there was some other way.
I mean, it's possible, but very unlikely.
Yeah. So
everybody always says they got it from a toilet seat, but there would need to be blood on the toilet seat that was less than 5 minutes old, and your asshole or your whole ass, somewhere in your ass, you had an open wound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you took your dick and dipped it.
Yeah, dipped it right in the toilet.
Face first into it. So
you dipped your dick face first into the toilet.
Yeah.
So your dick has a face.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Make sure you're
Wonderful.
writing shit down,
Wonderful.
sir.
Oh yeah, I thought we were gonna slack off this week.
We still got to write shit down.
Yeah,
But yeah. So I transitioned into that. From that, the radio gig to I'm now part-time barista at the Crafted Cup Coffee House, and some other engineering stuff is in the pipeline. I just gotta kind of cool my heels until that happens. I don't want to.
No, we can't say
what's
say what's in the works yet because it may never happen. But,
Right.
we don't know yet. So,
But
anyway, Crafted Cup, our first corporate sponsor, as soon as he pays us.
Yeah, which is fucking and honest. I've only worked there a total of 10 hours over the course of 2 days.
It's a fun job, right?
I have a lot of fun. It's a little fucking crazy and stressful
No idea.
sometimes. And yeah, everybody's like, "Oh, this
It
is
hasn't-
nothing."
Yeah, that's 2 weekdays, and it hasn't been that dead since summer because it's kind of slows
Really?
down during the summer when the students are away, but they're on spring break right now.
Uh-huh.
So imagine that like today, but like triple, maybe quadruple the business as a normal day.
I would have a fucking stroke.
You'll be fine. You might see it Sunday. It might get kind of crazy.
Well, I picked up my game today.
Yeah, you did fine.
I was pouring stuff. The amount of shit you need
just
to
have to
fucking
remember,
is
Yeah.
incredible.
It's a lot.
It's fucking incredible.
It's actually so much easier now that we have the and we're not going to do Crafted Cup logistics for an hour, but nowadays it's much easier because we have the tablets. So you type it into the computer, it comes up on wherever it needs to come up, and the person down there does what they need to do. Used to be we have to mark every cup.
Ugh.
So it's much better now.
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean, that was the big thing. The other big thing obviously was Snowmageddon, 2017,
Yeah, that shit
jumping
sucked.
fucking 2 feet of snow onto Poughkeepsie at least, and I heard 30 inches up north, central.
Yeah, we were definitely over 20 inches in my
Yeah.
yard for sure.
My mom had a ruler in the snow at her
Yeah.
house, and she got it. It was up to 27 inches, I think she said.
So it wouldn't surprise me if we had 24 inches, but the wind was blowing so much, it's kind of tough to tell. It's the worst when you can't like get down to the ground in your driveway in one like shovel full.
Yeah, you have to shovel.
You have to
in
shovel
levels.
like high up, and then you have to throw it like
high up.
higher than that.
So that morning, Brooke, dragged me out of bed. She was like, "We got to do this now because it's gonna get too hot. It's gonna get over the snowblower." I said, "All right, cool." It had the flu. Holy fuck! Did I have the flu?
Yeah.
Woo-wee. I was a fucking dead man on Monday.
Yeah.
I woke up in the morning and just.
You were not feeling like P. Diddy.
Oh, I certainly was not feeling like P. Diddy. It hit me like a ton of bricks. Or was it
You
Sunday?
got over that quick though. I don't think that was the flu.
Was it Sunday?
Were
It was
you-
Sunday. I'm
were you
sorry because
puking
I
and
had
shitting and-
well, I had to meet up
yeah?
with Tanner. Whatever
Uh-huh.
day it was, I had to meet up with Tanner. I basically woke up, took my temperature, which ended up it was 102, but I realized that the thermometer wasn't quite right, so I who knows what my temperature was. I basically just took a fuckload of cold medicine, nutted up, went in, talked to Tanner about my schedule, and came the fuck home and died.
Yeah.
Died on the couch for 2 days. And then Tuesday I woke up, I was still feeling like shit, and I had a fucking snow blow all day. That kind of sucked.
Yeah, I can't even. I would have paid somebody to do it at that point if I felt like.
Well,
that.
here's the fucking thing.
I've got a story. It's gonna make you so angry.
My snowblower is probably 40-something years old. My
Yeah.
dad got it from somebody who just couldn't get it running. And, of course, my dad, fucking the wizard,
Yeah, got it running.
got it fucking running. And you have to do this whole thing to it. I've told you about it. You have to spray starter fluid in the carburetor. You have to put it on full choke. And the full choke is like you literally take the choke where it would normally be hooked to a wire. And then you have a
stick a pen in
handle. A handle. No, you got to turn it with your finger, right? And you got to wrap a nylon rope around the engine cylinder and pull that
So the pull string's broken off?
The pull string's broken off completely. So, but I swear to you, it works in one pull if you get it right.
Yeah.
And I've gotten it down to I need like about 2 pulls to get it going. And 9 times out of 10 it's because the stupid fucking rope that I wrapped around it slipped. So I get it going. It goes great. I like to do the sidewalks. Mm-hmm. I do the sidewalk I do 2 or 3 houses in either direction of my house worth of sidewalk.
Just because you're nice?
Just because I'm the only one in that vicinity that's got a snowblower. So I do it. On my way down, one of my neighbors asked me if I could do her driveway for her with snowblower. Not do the driveway.
Yeah.
Not, fuck her driveway. So I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. The day goes on. I'm binge watching RuPaul's Drag Race. And then all of a sudden I look over and I'm trying to hold off because the fucking wind is just, the snow's going sideways.
Yeah.
And there's no snow on the roofs of the houses around me because the wind is blowing so fucking hard. So I'm holding that off to see if the wind would fucking die down. It doesn't. So I got to go out there. And then I start doing the dance with the snowblower. This time, the snowblower is having trouble because it's frozen solid.
Yeah.
Because the wind and the wind chill, it was so cold, and the hot engine, so the snow would hit it, melt, and then freeze on the wind.
Yeah.
Froze solid, this fucking thing. Plus, a piece of the nylon rope broke off and got into the engine compartment. So I don't know if that's wrapped and melted around everything or what. I can't quite get it out, so I have to take the engine compartment off it. Long story short, it dies on me just as I'm finishing this woman's driveway.
And you haven't done yours yet?
I did mine, but I didn't do it as well as I could have done it if I had my snowblower. As I'm starting to do hers, she tells me that her neighbor saw me with it and wants me to do her fucking driveway.
Are they paying you for this, or
they
just asking?
Yeah,
you?
they were going to pay me for it, but it's just like, paying me is great and all, but
at that point, I would just
fucking blizzard. Okay,
at that point, definitely not.
If it was 6 inches of snow, a foot of snow, sure, no problem. With that snowblower, could have handled it, but it was coming down in buckets. At that point, I went out just a little bit too late.
Yeah.
So the snow was way too high.
Yeah.
For the snowblower. So I had to kind of finagle it. It took me hours to get shit done. So
I absolutely would have said, like, if you or your husband feel like I'll get it started for you and you feel like you can absolutely borrow the thing, but it's finicky, I have the flu, there's no way that I can do that.
I have a problem. I've been going to the therapist. Everybody knows that. And within, I think 3 or 4 sessions, he's figured out that I have a problem. I have a problem with sticking up for myself in a way where I don't I don't say no.
That comes from like us throwing smidgens at your head
when
you were a
I'm
child.
easily taken advantage of.
Yeah.
You
have no problem saying no to me now.
Oh yeah. You're easy.
You're like, fuck you. I'm not doing that.
Well, that's the thing. I could say no to people that I know. Like my mom, my dad, I have a hard time saying I can't say no to them. I just can't. It's very difficult. But I don't know. But anyway, he's just like, you get taken advantage of, and that's kind of how I felt at the time. Even though they were willing to pay me, it still was just like, I'm the only fucker out here with a snowblower, and all the people that you pay or the people that do your driveways and stuff, they can't come here. Yeah. So it's just, I don't know. It was annoying. So, but yeah, Snowmageddon, that really fucking sucked, and my driveway's a sheet of ice pretty much. And thanks to this 60-degree day that we had today, most of it's melted.
Yeah, it's fucking wild.
Unbelievable.
So we didn't do shit until Tuesday. Like, until it was totally over. I was like, I'm not fucking going out there. I'm not doing it.
I watched my neighbor Bob across the street just stare out his window all day until the snow stopped.
I wasn't going out there and fucking do it. Because, like, I'm shoveling. I'm not doing it until it's over.
Yeah.
And this is really going to piss you off. I could tell. So we have these kids that go around and shovel driveways in our neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
I always pay them. I pay them well, like more than I should probably, so that they'll do a good job.
Uh-huh.
The kid comes to the door. He's done our driveway in the past. He had like a new kid with him instead of like a kid that was with him before.
Mm-hmm.
And the last time it snowed, we got what, like 6 inches, something like that. It wasn't, that much.
Bad. Yeah.
So I said to him, I was like,
annoying if you didn't have a snowblower.
So he goes, this is the last time. So Tanner liked the bell ringer.
Of course you did.
So the kid, this is the last time I'm talking about. They come to the door. They're like, "Hey, can we shovel your driveway?" And I was like, "How much are you looking to get?" And they're like, $15. And I was like, "I will give you $25 if you clean off all the cars and do the walkways." Right? That's totally fair. That's a really good price.
It's a great price.
Yeah. And that's completely worth it for me.
2 kids doing that?
2 kids, yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
So they're like, okay. And the whole time I'm like, I'm going to give them 30 when they're done if they do a good job so they can split it evenly or more easily. So they do an awesome job. Fucking took care of everything. Great fucking job. Gave them $30, sent them on their way, right? So then they come back, the same kid with a new kid with him. It wasn't the other one.
What a hustler.
So he comes back with a different kid, and he's like, "Hey, was wondering," and it's like still blizzard conditions and shit out. So I was like, "I know I'm going to have to do the end of the driveway." But that's a lot, dude. That's going to take us 2 or 3 hours between, 3 or 4 of us probably.
Yeah.
So I said to him, I was like, "Same deal as last time. Do a good job, and I'll give you a little bit of a tip if you do a good job because I know it's more snow."
Yeah.
So he's like, "Yeah, no problem. Great." So they go out, they shovel the driveway, they come back up. I give them half the money at the beginning, half the money at the end, right? I look out the door, looks fine. Fucking go out the next morning. They cleaned off Amy's car, shoveled around Amy's car, and shoveled the walkway to make it look like they did it and didn't do anything else. Yeah. Because they knew I wasn't going to fucking go out in my slippers and look at the whole fucking driveway. So
Bastards!
So if I find that little motherfucker, like I said, the next day as we're shoveling, I went looking for him. I was like, if that little shit is out shoveling other driveways, I'm going to find him and I'm going to drag him home and talk to his fucking parents.
I'm going to beat him to death with his snow shovel.
So
Killed by a snow
So if
shovel.
I see him, here's how, I mean, at this point, like, unless it snows again, what the fuck am I going to do? But if he comes back, I'm going to say, you can shovel my driveway now for free, or we can go talk to your parents. What do you want to do?
And you'll never see him again.
He's like 11. He's like 11 or 12. I can absolutely tell that kid, come with me. We're going to your house. Where do you live? Absolutely. And he'll do it. You know what I mean? Like, he might run, maybe. I'll never see him again.
Just chase after him.
Yeah,
You'll find out where he lives.
Yeah. On my skateboard, I might be able to catch him.
Can you imagine? This kid's running for his life, trying to lug a snow shovel, and you're just fucking lazily scooting behind him with your fucking neon sunglasses.
But I mean, I'll probably see the kid again. He lives in my neighborhood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, he's going to come back next year. Hopefully, I'm still living there and all of that. He's going to come back next year, and I'm going to be like, "Hey, do you remember when we had this conversation and I gave you an extra $10 because of how much snow it was, and you fucking shit all over me?"
Make sure you call him a cunt too.
No, I'm going to be perfectly nice to him. I'm going to say, "You stole from me. Do you understand that? Do you understand that you stole from me?"
Well, no. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand that he stole from you. Well, either he does or he does understand that he stole from you and he doesn't care, or he doesn't understand.
Yeah.
In either case, you're fucked because that's not your problem.
No. So the thing that I would put to the kid, what I was going to do if I saw him and he'd finished the driveway, I was going to make him do the neighbor's driveway, the older couple that lives next door.
Yeah.
But I couldn't fucking find the kid. So what are you going to do? He probably had school because I believe they did have school on Tuesday.
No,
they didn't have school on
they
Tuesday.
didn't have. Poughkeepsie City's pretty fucked up. Like,
oh god, they're still fucking clearing it.
Yeah.
So Monday, Tanner closed the shop. He was definitely going to close the shop, no question about it. Made the call the day before. Tuesday rolls around, and Amber's freaking out because Amber's Amber. And she's like, "I don't know what I'm going to do," and this and that. And we're all like, "Whatever, Amber." And then Tanner goes, he goes, "Okay, well, we are going to close on Tuesday because of the parking ban. You can't park on the street in Poughkeepsie until 4 o'clock the next day."
Oh.
So I was like, "Sweet, get another day off." And then middle of the day, we're shoveling, and I was like, if he had opened up and I had to be there at 7:30, I would have had to get up at 4 to get my car out.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Because I was parked in front of Amy, and there's no way her car can drive in that shit. So, but we shoveled her car out. It took like an hour, and the tiniest little bit of snow fuckers stuck in the driveway. Didn't dig my car at all. Just dug towards the door and got in and just fucking floored it. It just drove through everything. Fucking Subarus rule. I mean, that would have really sucked if I had it, because it would have been like 10 times more work.
I have a Subaru now.
I know. You have matching lesbian mobiles.
Yeah. Mine's powder blue, and Brooke's is white. And the reason why Brooke got the well, I guess it's considered newer. They're both 2004s. We've replaced the engines on both of them. The only reason she got the white one is because it's stick, and I'm not dealing with that fucking nonsense.
Oh, so you're getting the other one, and
Yeah.
she took the new one. Oh, that's cool.
Right.
I like driving stick.
She loves it. She was like, when I said it was stick, she was excited.
Yeah.
She's like, oh my God, does it have a sunroof? And I'm like,
phrasing?
does it? She's like,
I wasn't fast enough. It's about the stick thing.
Oh, you got
we're new at the soundboard.
You have to be quicker than that. Yeah, she was like, oh, it's stick? Yeah. Oh, great. Does it have a sunroof? I'm like, no. And she goes, oh. I'm like, fuck you. You get a free car practically.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Subarus do rule in this. They fucking drive nice, man. Woo.
Yeah,
Stupid 2004 Subaru Forester.
I really like
12
Subarus,
years
but
old.
like, I mean, I have no problem with my Subaru, but they do break a lot more than like a Honda or a. They have a much higher cost of ownership, for sure.
But the people who own them will fix them
forever,
no matter what, forever until they die.
Well, I remember when I worked for Toyota Subaru, and we'd have customers, like, they were in the showroom looking at cars, and they'd wander to the back, and they'd be like, so we're looking to buy a car. We're not sure if we want to go Toyota or Subaru. Like, we definitely want like the dealership of, and every single mechanic would be like, buy a Toyota. Don't. Just buy a Toyota. Don't even think about buying a Subaru, buy a Toyota. Because seeing them side by side, there's no question as far as the quality and reliability of the Toyota versus the Subaru. Wow. That being said, I love my Subaru, but it's kind of a piece of shit. You know, it is what it is. They break down a lot. They do. I mean, like, working there for I don't know, the 5 years that we had Subaru.
I think Rob Bosch would debate you on this one.
Well, he makes a lot more money if they break down a lot. Well, I always tell people, like, when I worked at Volkswagen, they'd be like, oh, Volkswagens are great. What are you talking about? And it's like, okay, I've been here for 8 months, and I've seen more cars towed in 8 months than I did in 7 years at Toyota Subaru, 2 dealerships.
Yeah.
Doing triple the volume that you guys are doing. 7 years, less cars towed in than 8 months here. It was 4 or 5 cars towed in every day at Volkswagen.
I had to do the brakes and rotors on a friend's car. It's a Volkswagen Jetta or whatever. 2013. I was like, yeah, we can do it. Do you need special tools? Probably, but my dad will have them. And Dad's just looking at it. He goes, oh, I don't have that.
Yeah. It's a
I don't have that either.
So, they use these Torx bits called triple squares.
Yeah.
So it has, what is that?
Instead
of 12 sides. It's 12-sided instead of 16, or I don't know. But they're fucking weird. They're really hard to find. You can only get them from Matco and Snap-on. Craftsman doesn't fucking make them. And they cost like $300.
Yeah.
And you can't take a hub off without it.
I know. It was a nightmare to fucking do that.
Well, I mean, I was able to sell mine on Craigslist for like $20 less than I paid for them because they're so fucking expensive, and you need to have them to work on Volkswagens. No. Fucking garbage.
That's car talk.
Yeah.
Oh wait, there is a show called Car Talk. I'm gonna get sued.
I doubt you'll get sued for the term car talk.
Also, Tuesday night was supposed to be Hudson Valley Transmitters variety show at Quinn's.
We worked so hard on
Beacon.
that movie.
We have a 10-minute and 5-second movie that we worked really hard on. That was real.
Well, I worked really hard on.
You were all right. Yeah. No, you're right.
You just walked places and tried not to laugh.
Yeah, I was the actor, and
the
you
talent.
know, some of the I have such an appreciation for the editors of the movie.
Dude, it's fucking crazy.
The writer, the writer, the director, and the editors really. When you see a fucking movie and you see, let's say you have an opening.
Well, you can't say fuck the director because the director needs to know.
I'm not saying fuck them.
Okay.
I'm saying that the director, the writers, the editors are just magicians.
It's fucking crazy.
They're
right?
fucking magicians, especially the editors.
Because just the amount of fucking time that I would say solid
of shooting.
Solid shooting 20 probably. Shooting and editing probably closer to 80.
Yeah.
So the rule of thumb for every minute of video that's on the screen, it's an hour of editing. So that's 10 hours for someone who's good at it.
Yeah.
I'm still learning how to do all of this stuff, and I think I'm getting good.
I think it looks great.
Yeah, the storyline's shit, but you know.
You know what? The last minute ideas that you had, and here's another thing: we didn't have a script for it, and not following a script.
We just had a shot list.
Makes it.
We had a very rough shot list.
Yeah.
I think for the next movie, we need to really like sit down on this table and storyboard out the whole thing.
Well, the next movie is the Tim Cop movie, I would say.
Probably.
Yeah.
The next easier movie to do would be the luge idea. But before we do that, we're gonna do the fucking boosted board chair thing because that'll be fucking easy.
That fucking chair. I
have
a fucking chair.
I have 5 shots that I want to do for like a 30-second video.
Salvation Army came to take that fucking chair.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't take that fucking chair because it was quote unquote damaged. And it is damaged. The seat cushion is a little bit like scuffed up.
Yeah.
There's Salvation Army. Those picky, choosy assholes.
Do you remember that time when we brought the couch to Goodwill? And I was like, no, don't say anything. Just take it off the truck and put it down and then leave. And then you said something. They're like, no, we're not taking couches.
Yeah, I mean,
it's only considered dumping if they told you couldn't leave it there.
They got signs up now. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a real bummer. Hudson Valley Transmitter. They're a local publication. To anybody who doesn't know, I'm sure everybody's heard us talking about those guys. They got a podcast out. Their 6th podcast is out right now, so you can download that too. I have no news of a makeup date. I'm hoping that it happens. I'm close with Mark, so he'll let me know as soon as he knows. So, but
I mean, I would imagine they would be able to do it soon. You know,
probably, but with the snow and everything, like it's it's still hard to get around.
Yeah,
in the snow, like trying to avoid other assholes who are panicky about the snowbanks and everything like that. It's kind of. People just forgot.
I was driving into work Wednesday morning. So it's just after, like, everybody's going back to work on that day, Wednesday morning, and there's fucking snowbanks everywhere. There's nowhere to park. So I make a right, like, past the shop, and I see a girl pull up to the stop sign. So she's directly in front of me as I'm making a right. Mm-hmm. So it's like a T intersection. She's directly in front of me as I'm making a right on the road that I'm going onto. Uh-huh. And I just hear her mouth, see her mouth go, holy fucking shit, because she couldn't see anything. And I could make out every syllable of the word.
So she
looks, and all she could see is a snowbank. She couldn't see anything. And I just see her mouth the words, holy fucking shit. And it fucking made my day. It was great. And then I drove around for 10 minutes looking for a fucking place to park.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're actually trucking the snow out of that whole area on Raymond Ave.
Oh, they are now?
Yeah.
I had read something that up in Deposit, which is where up around Weedsport area.
Really?
They're actually...
Why didn't you play I could play the bumper.
I got it. Oh,
damn it.
Oh, that's not the right one. Wait, I don't have it.
Can I do it?
You do it. What's going on in Weedsport? Want me to fade it down?
I got it.
You can fade it from there.
Apparently not. I'm on the wrong button.
God!
No, I can do it. I just don't really know how to use this thing yet.
We have new soundboards.
Yeah.
So yeah, apparently in
So
Weedsport,
hopefully we'll start sharing the load for producing.
apparently in Weedsport they're actually like, they have been loading up dump trucks and trucking fucking snow to a dump site to get it out of the way. That's how bad it was. God damn.
that's
what a
fucking crazy.
motherfucker. It's really kind of crazy out there, but I mean, what are you going to do? So, yeah, that was Snowmageddon. But yeah, too bad for as soon as we know about the variety show.
Yeah, I mean, I was really looking forward to it. I was very apprehensive at first because of the amount of work that it was taking and the amount of time that we had to finish it.
Yeah.
And
I
like
wish
the final edit that I have, I finished 3 days out because I was like, I need 3 days. It needs to be done 3 days out so that if we need to reshoot, we have 2 days.
And
in case something just horrible is missing. But like that one little part where I said like, I don't want to give it away, but there's one little part where I kind of break the fourth wall because like saying it was unfinished.
Yeah.
Which was missing just a integral part of making the transition work.
We would have had to do like a couple hours of shooting.
It always just seems like, oh, well, we could just do that. It'll take 15 minutes.
It doesn't.
But then just trying to fucking sync up our schedules, which should be a little bit easier now. Just shit like that. And just trying to make it work and going, if I just had this one shot of him like opening his side door and going down the stairs, that would have made that scene perfect. But then you don't know that until you're there. So that's why you need that completely storyboarded shot list.
You have to think about time of day. I had to get a haircut. So then I had to make sure like it kind of like I got the haircut and there was a few days where my hair could grow out so it wouldn't look. I had to wear the same fucking clothes every day.
Yeah,
every time
and
shot.
it went from 35 degrees to almost 70.
Yeah.
And then back down to fucking 18.
So some of the shots, I'm walking around in my wool coat with with this sweatshirt and a t-shirt on underneath,
and it's 65
and
fucking
it was
degrees
65.
But
it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, and then at the end, those final few shots that we got, it starts to fucking snow.
Mm-hmm.
So now, if we needed to reshoot any of those points, we're fucked. We have to reshoot the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I mean, it is what it is. It's like the longest movie I've ever made that I had like a story and real editing.
Yeah.
Because most of the time it's just like cut up stupid shit that we do.
And it was fun.
I enjoyed it.
We had fun doing it. So, but now that we know, now that I know, I'm assuming that you understood how bad it was going to be, but I don't think it just in the editing. I felt so fucking bad for you.
No,
I know
it's
this is
fine.
just us jerking each other off.
It turned into like 2 solid days of just 6, 7, 8 hours straight and just knocking the whole thing out. And I had like the little kind of throw it like my process is get everything together and then I kind of use the window with the files to organize. So like the top left corner I'm definitely using, the top right corner I might use, the bottom left corner is B-roll, and the bottom right corner is shit that I'm definitely not going to use. But I keep it until the movie's done in case I need to go back and try and find something. But then like stuff like, oh, the audio is fucked on this, I just junk it.
Yeah. Junk it! You know what that's from, right?
No.
Mystery Men.
Oh, that's a good movie.
It's a classic.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to
So,
put the.
no, that's okay.
I had to put.
Needed to derail the conversation.
Sure, I did. Do you want to take a? What are we doing here? Because I don't like this. Is
where are we at?
Freeform Friday.
Where are we at?
Right.
Like 40 minutes.
We're at 40 minutes. If we want to take a break,
let's take a break. Let's take a break. We'll come back with some plugs and what are you drinking, and then we'll see how it goes.
And we got lots of like fun new things to play for you. Well, maybe not. It all depends. What the fuck was that? Did you see that?
What?
Screen just went blank. All right, doesn't matter. Yeah, are we doing the? How are we doing this now?
I don't know. What do you want? What do you want to do?
Are we
So
doing plugs now?
usually we do social media plugs.
Okay. Do you want music?
I can do it.
Okay.
Look at that.
Beautiful.
All right. And I did it again. I was on the wrong thing. All right. That's better. Now that I have to get used to it. That's all.
I'll do the Facebook.
So, yeah, you're going to... Okay, go ahead.
If you guys aren't following us on Facebook yet, please do. It's facebook.com/Dead Radio Podcast. Adam has been Employee of the Month.
For the Dead Radio Podcast?
For the Dead Radio Podcast. He's been Employee of the Month, putting up tons of content.
Can we please announce who the Employee of the Month is every month? Can we make that a new bit?
Yeah. Write it down.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Lots of content going up on there. Twitter, not so much. If you want to check us out there at Dead Radio Pod,
everything that I'm posting everywhere is going to Twitter too.
Yeah, so if you want to get...
So in a real lazy way,
right.
If you're really into the fucking Twitter thing, everything we put up on Instagram, everything we post to Facebook, everything we post to YouTube gets put onto Twitter as well.
And if you're watching this on YouTube, do us a favor, like the video, and subscribe to the page. Like the page. I don't even know what happens on over there. We don't have a big enough following to have an actual youtube.com/
Yeah, we got to get to 100,000 followers to get that gold play button to hang on the wall. So we're at... So it's like...
Is that real?
Yeah. Yeah, at 100,000 you get a gold play button. At 1 million you get a platinum one. And at 5 million you get something else.
All right, well...
It's like a diamond one.
If you go to YouTube, if you're listening to this and you downloaded it to your mobile phone, congratulations, you're not a stupid fucking moron.
We just need 99,954 more people to like the page.
Find us on YouTube, like us, subscribe, do that whole thing. It helps us out. Adam, go!
Like and rate the show on iTunes, and check us out on Instagram at Dead Radio Podcast, where you can see dicks hitting bells. Yes. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in 5-10 minutes for the YouTube people, and instantly for those listening on their iPods.
And please enjoy the still life if you're on YouTube.
Yeah, let's do what are you drinking when we get back?
Absolutely.
Shit all over this.
All right, we'll be right back, kids. Enjoy the dick.
Hey, this is Diego.
This is Taka.
This is Rick.
This is Mike from Hudson Valley Tattoo Company, and you're listening to Dead Radio Podcast.
Only took 25 minutes.
No, it took him 25 minutes.
That's one of my most favorite things I've ever done.
Yeah, that was so great. The funny part was he nailed it a couple of times, but everybody was just laughing so much at all the times he fucked up.
I wouldn't say he nailed it, but he was
It
like...
was passable.
It was passable, but we were just laughing too hard to fucking... Oh, man. We've had a great string of fucking guests.
For
we
sure.
Really have,
yeah.
Man. I've been... Like, you have just absolutely
Well, I gotta get back on it because I got kind of lazy.
Yeah.
So, I got a couple that might be kind of good, but
I got more time, and now at the cup, I can actually, mingle a little bit.
And you'll have like a couple hours a week to think about creative shit.
I'm not used to fucking dealing with humans.
Yeah.
It's not part of my repertoire anymore. 10 years working at...
in a fucking box on a mountain.
Yeah, pretty much, more or less. And most of my time was split between that and fucking driving. So
like today, my commute to work was 3.5 hours, and an hour of that was on a snowmobile.
Yeah. My best friends were Joe Rogan and Tom Segura and Christina Pajitsky from... Pajitsky. So,
we got to come up with some more inside stuff like that show, man.
Oh man, they're amazing,
Holy
right?
Shit.
If anybody listening, if you're a podcast fan, I know Ali Gallo is, and I know he's listening, and I'm pretty sure he does listen to these guys. But Your Mom's House is the name of the podcast. It's comedian Tom.
The name is the podcast.
Is the name of the podcast is.
Me fail English? That's impossible.
It's comedian Tom Segura. Now it's in my head. Comedian Tom Segura and his wife, also comedian,
comedian.
Comedian.
It's not.
Christina,
that's not correct. I was just being a douche.
Pajitsky. Can you close that curtain? That fucking light bulb is right in my eye. They do a podcast called Your Mom's House, and if it's not funny at first because you don't get the jokes, just hang in there. You'll figure it out eventually. They basically I'm not going to explain the whole fucking.
No,
podcast.
don't explain the whole podcast.
If you're interested, go check it out.
Go glass it.
I highly suggest it. Go glass. Yeah, do some glassing. Thanks, mommy. So, goddamn.
I really want to do one and try and get it on their show.
Oh, yeah. We gotta
because
try.
people are doing different stuff, like not just the drive-through. So I would love to do one.
So, what now?
So I said the video of the sunglasses on the bell ringer, and Bree said, "This is the best day ever."
Oh yeah, it's St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
I wore a green bag, but that's just because it's my green bag.
I wore a green shirt. See, can you? See?
Yeah.
You're not gonna be able to frame it that well, but
no, I can.
I wore a green shirt under my hoodie. The only reason I'm not like splaying it out is because it's fucking cold down here.
It is.
But, it says it's the Wayne's World T-shirt. It's a picture of Wayne saying, "I am the leprechaun," and it's green. My cousin Kurt Bosch, Def Ped, he sent it by. He just found.
It's a wonderful shirt.
He just saw it online and was like, "Hey, I thought of you," and that was it. He's like, "I can't pass up a Wayne's World shirt."
Yeah.
Him and I are huge fans, but. Thank you, Kurt.
It's fantastic.
Love you, miss you.
Oh, we gotta get him on. Let's try for him next.
Yes, absolutely.
But we'll talk a little bit logistics after the show.
Yeah, because I would like to have Mike Bleakley back on, who I think probably hasn't touched the script since.
No, well, it's pretty much done, I think, and especially because
it's only going to be like 10 minutes long.
Yeah.
How long could that possibly take?
It's only going to take 80 fucking hours. Well, logistically it will be way easier because it's mostly one location.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be fine. It's going to be much easier than this movie, but I think the Tim Cop movie is going to turn into a Tim Cop trailer.
Yeah.
And I will be completely happy with that.
I'm just looking at this. I want to do What Are You Drinking? Because Victory, who I've always thought was a really good...
They're really... The thing is, it's not bad, but I'm shitting all over it because it's $14 for a 6-pack.
How dare they?
Yeah. So this is Victory's Blackboard Series Cream Ale with cold brew coffee. This seriously tastes like you took a somewhat decent beer and dumped it over coffee ice cream.
Ooh.
And that's it. That's it. That's a perfect sum up, and that sounds good. I'm sure it sounds good to you at home, but it's not $14 good. There is nothing in this that stands out in any way. It's just a little bit of beer flavor, a little bit of coffee flavor, a little bit of cream flavor, and now I'm done with it.
What are you doing there?
Huh? I don't know. I never said, "Hey Siri." Stupid bitch.
Oh, that's too bad.
Oh, wait. She said, "Hey Siri, bitch." What's she going to say back?
All
Oh,
right.
she said, now.
Oh,
Siri has gotten exponentially dumber since I turned her into an Australian.
Well,
yeah.
you know.
She's just not good at her job.
Just an entire fucking country full of criminals.
Yeah.
Former criminals.
Yes.
Well, I guess they're...
Well, no.
I don't know.
No, they're descendants of criminals.
Descendants of criminals, right. So, yeah. I don't know what that means.
Doesn't mean anything.
Nothing.
But anyway, I would not recommend this beer. If this beer were $9.99, I would say, I'm not that pissed. But that $14.99 price tag, I mean, I did buy it at my market, so that's maybe $1 more than you'd pay at halftime or something like that. I would not recommend it.
Mom is asking how that last Texas small batch I sent you. She's talking to me. How was that Texas small batch I sent you? Well, if you were listening to the show, you'd know that we reviewed it twice. We did. I don't even remember. It was Silver Star from Fort Worth.
Yeah,
and it was good.
Yeah, I liked it.
It was a good whiskey.
It was a little. I think it was a little harsh, if I remember, but in a nice way.
It was harsh, but you know what? It's gone.
Yeah.
Fucking drank it real fast. And yeah, it was fine. It made a great Manhattan. It made a great old fashioned. It just straight up, meh. It was okay.
I did have Bullet bourbon. Bulliet.
Bulliet. Bullion.
Bulliet bourbon.
Okay.
That'll be our first inside joke.
How about Bulliete?
Bulliete? No. Bulliet.
Bulliet? Okay.
Well, Bulliet. So it's like diet at the end. Bulliet. Bulliet bourbon.
How was that?
It was great. It's one of my go-tos, but they had... I didn't want to buy a whole bottle of bourbon because I wanted something good, but I didn't want to spend $45 that day. And I wanted something to drink like on the show. And over at the fucking liquor store that shall not be named, they have the airline bottles for $3.
Ah.
So I just bought like 3 of those. And then on the snow day, just made fucking Boilermakers all day with Citradelic.
Good boy.
It was awesome. So yeah, 3 of those got me 6 Boilermakers.
That's what... That's what Brooke was
that was what gave me the idea,
yeah.
was you talking about that
with
the Glutenberg.
Brooke got some gluten. She was rifling through the cocktail book and I heard her go, ooh. And I look over, I'm like, what'd you find? She goes, something that we can make. I just need to get some Glutenberg. And I look over, it's fucking Boilermaker. Goddamn. Did I talk about this?
Yeah.
On the show?
Yeah.
Oh,
that was what gave me the idea. I just said that.
Oh, okay. No, I know I told you.
Yeah,
I didn't know if I told our dozens of listeners.
You definitely talked about it on the show. And then I sent Tanner and like everybody at the shop a video of me making a Boilermaker. And I said, I think we need a 2-hour delay tomorrow. And then we got the whole day off, so he listened.
Did you?
But he was also, on the snow day, he was drinking like whiskey at 10 in the morning, so...
Mom is also asking, is TX still the winner? TX is still the winner.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Across the board, the best fucking whiskey I've ever had. Yeah. However, my taste is more toward the sweeter side of whiskeys. But I'm leaning back toward drier. I don't know.
I'm still the Eagle Rare, their 15-year, the more expensive one. Yeah. That's probably the best one I've ever had. But who knows? I was also a big fanboy of the brand at the time. So I would like to maybe revisit it, but it's very expensive now. It's like $55.
Eagle Rare
for the 15-year. The 10-year, the regular one is like $40-something bucks.
Wow!
Now. But it used to be like $26.99 down at Viscount.
Not anymore.
Yeah,
that's what happens. Good branding. That's what that is.
Yeah. Well, not even good branding. They just stuck with it and got popular.
I am drinking a little seltzer, a little orange juice, and Tito's vodka.
Nice.
If you're going to put your Tito's in any vodka, put it in Tito's.
What? If you're going to put your Tito's in any of what?
I screwed that up. That was a bomb.
That isn't good enough!
All right.
I am smart. S-M-R-T. I mean S-M-A-R-T.
So we all have soundboards now. So, yeah. So we've also got this. Or...
And then there's this.
You're demon not in your ball bag.
And this.
Sing it again, rookie biatch. It certainly does suck.
So that's what that's what we're gonna be using.
we
for
got
bombs
we
now.
got plenty now.
No,
I just realized I didn't put stutter and mutter and prick on.
We have to start getting more comfortable with our guests and more comfortable with ourselves so that we can call each other out on that shit more often.
For sure.
Because what I was supposed to say, what I thought of while I was taking a piss was, if you're going to put your dick in anything, put it in Tito's. And then it's not even that good.
It just came out, if you're going to put your Tito's in anything, put your Tito's in Tito's. I don't even know what the fuck you said, but it didn't make any sense.
Oh, man. So, what the hell else was I going to get at here? I wanted to actually, this is a good, I like to ask, have you shit your pants lately? That's like one of those questions. I like to ask questions of, people. Have you ever shit your pants? It's a good icebreaker for guests.
It's a good icebreaker, at parties, corporate events,
it
holiday parties at your wife's job.
It lets people know that you don't care about how disgusting they are. We got into a conversation the other night, Brooke. We just happened to pop over to Jess and Karina's house and ended up staying there, as that happens. We got into a conversation of the first time that each of us has farted in front of our significant other. Jess has been with Karina for many, many years. They might as well be wife and wife. I don't know how that works.
They're just married. They're just married people.
Yeah. So, and then, Brooke and I. So we each traded stories about when we farted in front of the other one. Mine was kind of, we were sitting in her room in Florida when we were doing the long-term thing right after high school. And we were just, what did I say?
Yeah, what did he say?
Oh, long-term. I said long-term.
So Brooke apparently is listening from the top of the stairs.
Yeah.
And she said, long distance, dummy.
So I started telling the story, but she, shot me down saying, no, that wasn't the first time. But I still like the story. We were just sitting there, and we were talking about yoga and how she was, just starting to do yoga and everything like that. I'm like, oh, I've been doing yoga stretches and stuff. Here, look, I can almost put my foot behind my head. And I started to try and put my foot behiin my head, and I could do it.
Which is the skill you wished you had now,
almost
right?
had it, and I needed to strain a little bit more, and I farted.
That's the best. That should be the first time. You should forget about the other time, and that's just the story that you guys tell.
Yeah. So I had my foot almost behind my head. I wonder if I could do it. I don't know if I could do it.
Oh my God, I wish I had a video camera right now. I didn't bring any of my cameras tonight, folks. Yeah, I would say that is behind your head. You were past the midpoint of your skull, so I'm going to say that's behind your head.
Yeah. If I went any farther, something would have popped out, but of the socket.
She's like, sir, how'd you dislocate your hip? Well, I have this show.
I have a podcast. I tried to put I wasn't trying to suck my own dick. I know you. You're.
I can prove it. You pull up the YouTube stream.
I know you're a bashful farter.
I have never farted in front of Amy awake, and I never will. Why? I don't understand why. I wouldn't want to. I don't want to fart in front of anybody.
Brooke is screaming. That's stupid.
Yeah, I don't want to fart in front of anybody.
But why?
Because I just don't want to. I don't want anyone to fart in front of me either.
Well, I mean, Mike Shishmanian, he let like three.
I know
that
was within the context of the show. It's a little bit different. But if we were sitting in a car, I'd be angry with him.
But why? It's funny.
But it smells terrible.
I know it smells terrible. I know it smells terrible, but
I mean, it's not like a weird. You're not going to find some weird like core thing. I just would prefer not to smell or hear your fucking gases expelled from your asshole. It's funny, yeah, but not in real life.
I don't think you think farts are as funny as they actually are. I
Probably
think you
not.
think like if farts are on a scale of 1 to 10, in my opinion, are about a 9 on the funny scale. I think you think they're about a 5.
It depends on the context. They could be a 10.
Like, okay.
Like if you were in mid sentence and Mike grabbed your microphone like you told him to and farted into it, that would be a 10. Solid. Absolutely. But if he and I were sitting in a car on a road trip, it would be like a 0.
Let me give you a scenario of something that I actually did to someone, and that someone is Scott and Tony, 2 people separately. I've done this too in the car. We're driving. I feel the rumble. I know it's coming. I know it's going to be a good one. I immediately turn the heat on as high as I can go.
You lock the windows?
I roll them up. I lock them, and I fart. And then I just let it sit there with the heat on.
That's pretty funny.
It's right. It's hilarious.
I don't know.
But you never just standing in the kitchen or whatever with Amy, or for me, for example, I'm standing in the kitchen with Brooke and we're having a serious conversation, and just mid sentence, you bite your bottom lip and fart hard, and then just continue it to see what the reaction is.
That's funny.
With
yeah.
Brooke, it's just
I would probably laugh, but I'd prefer you didn't do that.
I think we need to loosen you up.
No, it's not really. It's really not that. It's not like a weird prude thing. It's just I don't know. Bodily functions are just sure they're funny in the context of this show, but again, don't really want you farting on the couch.
Has she ever farted in front of you?
I don't think so. Maybe a couple of times by accident. Definitely in her sleep. Because you can't. I mean, you can't control that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just I will never have any relationship with any person where we could pee in the same room. You know what I mean?
I used to be able to pee in the same room as Brooke, but now I get stage. Well, it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's funny. If she's just standing there staring at me, I can't pee. But if we're having a conversation, I eventually start to pee. But
I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world. If she was all whatever about that, it wouldn't change anything about our relationship. I'd prefer not to.
I have no problem. We have no problem peeing in front of each other. Shitting, that's a little bit.
That's over the line.
That's a little bit too far. I can have a conversation with you through the door.
Just sorry for the toozy. Bye.
What's that from?
It's from Scrubs.
But yeah, I think that's a great question to ask. Couples.
Yeah, I mean, a million times when we're sleeping. That's happened millions and millions of times.
Yeah, but that doesn't count.
So, to do it purposefully to be funny?
You got that first, month where you're together and everything's great and you're holding your farts in the whole time, or you're leaving the room suddenly. You just
write that down. Everything's great and you're holding your farts in.
And then all of a sudden you just, you're in a room and then you hear the gurgle and you jump up. I have to go check the lawn, and you run outside and you fart, and then you come back in. Lawn's fine. What do you mean, check the lawn? Nothing, never mind. But eventually, that fart's got to go. You can't hold them in. South Park did a whole episode on it. You just cannot hold it in for the rest of your lives.
I mean, I don't really fart that much. The times that I'm in the bathroom, completely have it covered.
I think I fart less now that I have my diet under control.
Well, yeah, that's a big part of it.
But give me a good,
a nice quesalupa or something like that.
Yeah, give me one of those fucking 60% milk coffee drinks that we have, and I'll be fucking murdering everybody. That whole place will be dead. I'll be king of that place. It'll be the crappy cup once again. Speaking of which, I came home after a shift and basically shit water.
Just falling out of you?
Just from tasting, so not falling.
That's a 7.
Rob Bosch, my father, bless his heart, used to say, if you said, man, I feel bad, I have diarrhea, and his follow-up question to that or not follow-up question, but his question to that would be, like, diarrhea, or are you pissing out of your ass? I'm going to let that sit for a second, because that's what it was. It was just water. It was shit water flying out of me. What am I doing here?
Dead
It's not much of a shit story.
No, but you got to do it. You put all the time in. You put all the time in to produce it.
So I come home.
So it wasn't like, oh my God, what did I do to deserve this? It was just you sat down and water fell out of your butt.
No, it was more like I came home, I let the dog out, and as he's just doing whatever the fuck dogs do when they're just standing out there staring at nothing. And the whole time I'm like, come on, man, I gotta piss. And then slowly I was like, come on, I gotta piss, I gotta piss, I gotta piss, I gotta fart, I gotta piss, and I gotta fart, and I gotta piss, and I have to shit. I don't even care if I piss at this point. I need to shit now. And then I'm like, now I'm yelling out the door. Get in here.
I just left him out there. He's fine. Just get the fucking shock collar on.
I could have, but
yeah.
I don't know. I'm a worried mom.
There've been plenty of time. I mean, well, we have like a fence, so
yeah. So,
but the dog's just barking, and I'm like, shut up. I'm kind of busy right now.
So I run into the bathroom. I sit down, and it's that initial. Like that awful fart that you know is going to smell like...
You have like the fucking spray.
Yeah, it's smart. The fart that's going to smell like, mineral spirits. Death. And it just is... And it just basically sounds like I'm peeing in the toilet, except from the wrong end. It was bad. Tom Segura's got a bit in his first comedy special about painting the bowl and flushing it away. That's what it looked like. The whole sides of the bowl were just coated in... brown water. Brown, like, sticky water. How's everybody doing? You eating dinner?
I'll just write down brown, sticky water.
So, yeah, my gut's going to have to get used to this whole fucking tasting coffee. Because I got to...
Well, you're not required to drink the coffee.
I know that, but I am required to understand the product. And I don't... So, I know what a... Americano is, but I had never had it.
Yeah.
And I had it.
So you had a nice one today, right?
And to that I say,
meh. Yeah.
They're fine. And to anybody who doesn't know, an Americano is a shot of espresso with hot water in it. That's it.
Well, it's a shot of espresso in hot water.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. Same thing, both ways. It tastes like watered down espresso. I don't know why people get it.
That's like saying a motorcycle with a pickup truck in it. It's totally different. The motorcycle's in the pickup truck.
Oh my God. Okay.
It just doesn't make any sense.
Okay. But
we should have a grammar bumper.
But yeah.
Yeah. Let's think on that.
All right, right now let's think about it.
You want to think about it right now?
Right now. No. I just want to sit silently and think.
You don't want to.
It's so dangerous.
Yeah, that we both have our fingers on the button.
Yeah, so today I was tasting espresso. First I learned how to make my own espresso.
Espresso.
And then I was shown the difference between...
You were shown how to make a shite cup of coffee.
A shite cup of coffee, yes.
Yeah.
And the difference between a shite cup of espresso and a good cup of espresso is the pressure of the tamp.
Yeah, so it's a difference of 2 seconds on the pull. Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it at all.
Okay. You don't want to do crafted cup logistics on the air?
No.
I'm going to cut this together with just me in the beginning going, crafted cup. You could probably make it. Let's get one clean. Crafted cup. There, now you have it. Now you can make it.
Write down 108. 108.
So it's 1 hour, 8 minutes.
Yeah, 8 minutes. and I'll put it
I'm pretty
together.
happy with how that sounded. It was like we put an effect on it.
But basically, I was just sipping. I was trying coffee all day long. More caffeine than I've ever had in my life. The end of the day, you saw me about to fucking
shit your pants.
No, not to shit. Just I was like spazzing.
Yeah.
I was so geeked up. The next customer that walked in, I probably would have just talked them to death.
Do you want to know the scientific reason why you shit water?
Sure.
Yeah, the caffeine causes your colon to spasm. I don't know what that was.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that was me reminding myself something.
Okay.
Sorry. It actually causes your colon and your intestines to spasm and forces you to poop earlier. What are you looking at?
No kidding.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's why everybody's like, coffee's kicking in. That's what it is. It helps with constipation, but the problem is that you weren't constipated.
No.
So you pushed out undigested liquid.
Yeah, undigested because I couldn't eat anything.
Yeah. So
I had two hard-boiled eggs.
Please don't bring hard-boiled eggs to work anymore.
Oh, I'm bringing them
They're
now.
fucking gross.
Now that I know that you hate them so much.
I will fucking throw a bagel at your face.
It's an easy eat in between
But it
customers.
smells like fucking asshole.
I know. That's why I love them
It smells
so
like
much.
your fucking toilet after you got out of work. They're fucking disgusting.
Boy. But yeah, so I'm gonna enjoy it.
Yeah. It's
However,
fun. We're not gonna get anything done.
I'm gonna have to get used to the fucking caffeine thing.
You don't have you don't have to drink it.
I don't have to, but it's
But you're
there.
gonna.
And I want to try. I'm one of those people that if I haven't tried it, I'm gonna try it, no matter what it is. I want to just at least just try.
We
to
had that.
see.
They had that Kopi Luwak. We could talk about that.
Oh, that was great.
Poop coffee.
It
So we talked about this when Andy was in.
Yes.
So what was the name of that episode?
A
Growler in
Growler
Glasgow.
in Glasgow.
So it's episode
101 or something like that.
No, because it was it was. What the fuck? Why are you doing that?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Do I need to take the penis away
Your
from
landing
you?
gear is down. Oh no!
You're gonna need to get put a sticker on the table, so it's shiny that this will stick to it.
No, I'm just gonna draw a circle around it with rainbow colors, and we'll know.
All right. Just talking about it's the bell ringer. It's not a penis.
Your landing gear is down. All right. Anyway.
So Growler in Glasgow.
So
check out that episode, and you can learn Scottish.
Kopi
Luwak.
Kopi Luwak.
So Kopi Luwak is a specific type of what we had wasn't technically Kopi Luwak because that's from a specific region.
Right.
This is from the Philippines,
but it's the same thing.
It's probably different coffee. But it is civet coffee. So a civet is a small monkey-like marsupial. It's kind of like if a cat and a koala and a kangaroo and a weasel had a baby. No, it's like a cat. It's like a cat and a monkey and a koala. That's what it is. It's a cat and a monkey and a koala, and maybe a raccoon thrown in there. They all had a baby.
Yeah, they're wild looking.
They're pretty fucking weird. They look kind of like a leopard. Yeah, they're fucking weird. We need to figure out the picture-in-picture thing.
What do you mean?
Because there's a way to do your computer screen on the live stream.
I'm sure there is, but
we're not doing logistics on the air.
But that right there is a civet.
Is a civet. So it's kind of looks like a cat, but it's I believe it's a marsupial. So they're in the possum family, or something like that.
Yeah, whatever.
Anyway, so it's this weird fucking cat
that eats coffee beans.
Thing. Yeah, so it eats coffee berries because coffee is actually not beans, by the way, just so everyone's aware.
Right.
They're the core of a berry. So it eats the coffee beans, digests the berry, the meat of the berry, and then the bean is expelled in what looks like a payday bar. It really does.
Really?
It payday's the fucking peanut stuck together, right?
No.
Which one is that?
Civet feces.
Yeah.
Is that what I'm looking at? Oh my fucking God.
It does.
Hold
doesn't it?
on.
Yeah.
This is civet shit.
It looks like a candy bar.
It looks like a delicious candy bar. Look at that. It's got nougat and peanuts, but it's coffee.
Yeah.
That is civet turd. Holy shit. It does. It looks like a payday bar if the center was chocolate.
Payday, that's what it was. Payday.
Yeah, payday bar if the center was chocolate. That's what it looks like. There's no other description.
There were better ones. Go back. Look at these.
Yeah, these look like somebody actually cut them into bars almost. So
no, that's how they find them.
Good Lord.
Yeah. So it's like a fucking payday bar in the shape of a turd.
Wow. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It looks like it just looks like a homemade payday bar. Oh my God. Anyway. So
homemade payday bar or payday bar in the shape of a turd.
I like homemade payday bar, but I mean I don't know.
It's a little more inside.
But anyway, so their digestive system, the acids in their digestive system break down the beans in such a way
it does something that removes the bitterness from the coffee.
That's true.
So this being said, all of these things, it's incredible, it's weird, it's cool, it's different, but that equates it to be the most expensive coffee in the world.
Yeah.
It's roughly double the price of the next tier down. So take the most expensive coffee and double it, and that is civet coffee. Yeah. So it's between $25 and $55 a pound wholesale. So that means at a retail level, you'd probably be paying $75, $80, $90, $100 a pound. Whereas like our wholesale is like $6 to $10 a pound, and then retail's like $14, $15.
And what they do is they take these beans, they roast them normally.
They wash them first, obviously.
Yeah.
First
they smell them.
Yeah, you smell them,
and then they lick them, and then they give them a little chew. And then they wash them. Anyway.
So they're washed and then roasted and then ground and then 200-degree water is poured over them. So they're completely safe to fucking consume.
So we did a side-by-side tasting of the Kopi Luwak. And, well, not Kopi Luwak, but this civet coffee.
So it's the one that we have is a Philippine civet coffee, which is the same animal, probably just a slightly different bean. Because it's a different region.
What's the coffee that we used? We compared that to the dark roast.
The dark roast, because that was the most comparable.
I don't know the
so
brand.
It's a Peruvian French roast, which sounds weird, but it's a Peruvian bean in a French roast style. So the bean is Peruvian and the roast is a French style. So imagine a very bold coffee.
Coffee dog.
Crafted cup.
Do that again.
Crafted cup.
So,
yeah, it's gonna be good. I'm excited.
So we did a side-by-side tasting. We took the dark roast, the regular dark roast, and we had this civet. I know.
Dark roast.
You need the. I need to speak to my manager one.
Yeah, no, keep watching the skis.
Keep watching the skis.
I will find that.
So,
so we did a side-by-side comparison, which was, let me just say, a terrible comparison because they're two completely different roasts, two completely different beans. One was drip brewed and the other one was AeroPressed. So, but it's the closest thing that we had.
Yeah, we did what we could. The civet coffee tasted like coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't get any real difference out of it, but there's people that talk about coffee when they taste it, they talk about it like wine. I'm not quite there yet.
For me, I would say, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
You have to kind of adjust your palate. You have to understand what you're tasting too. That's the other thing. If you don't understand, if you don't kind of like when you taste lemon in something that's not lemony or that's not lemon,
it's like a lemon note.
a lemon note. You almost can't pick it up until you think about it, and then your brain makes the connection.
Yeah.
So the only thing that I could really taste between the two is the body of it.
Yeah.
So the civet coffee actually tasted, and it's a gross word to describe
shit coffee.
Shit coffee, but it was creamier.
Yeah, absolutely. The mouthfeel was a lot like smoother and felt thicker, even though it wasn't.
Yeah.
And part of that, to be honest, is because it was brewed much stronger than it probably should have. Because it's the second time I've ever used an AeroPress.
But it was smoother, and there was no acidity to it.
Yeah, that's the biggest advantage that people are talking about with it. But there is
Not
actually
for $37 a pound.
Yeah, for roughly double the price of any other of the most expensive coffee you can get.
That kind of price tells you how little someone wants to do that job.
Yeah, well, it's not even that. It's
picking
that
up civet
it's that
shit.
they're not. The population isn't huge, and then to fucking go through the woods and pick them, like, it has to be worth a lot. But the problem is that a lot of people are farming civet coffee. So, like, I don't even know if what we had is certified. I don't really know.
Yeah, it could be some bullshit.
Yeah, there are in the research that I did, I was going to buy it for the show. You can get it on Amazon for $24 for, I think, 8 ounces. So that's $100 a pound. But that's worth it for the show. $24. You can make a couple cups of coffee out of that. So I was going to do it, but then luckily Tanner brought some in. So, and
thank you, Tanner.
Yeah, we were all hugely underwhelmed, but I think we all planned for that. We knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Because from what I'd read about it, even in like blind taste tests, with professional people that do this kind of thing, they were like
professional people
compared to whatever coffee, it's comparable. It's no better. The only thing is slightly less acidity, but you can get the same thing out of cold brew. So why the fuck are you gonna do all of that? But Tanner was telling me about there is a company that did a lot of research and figured out what the chemical composition of the digestive tract of a civet does to coffee, and they reproduced it in a lab. So now you're not using an animal to get the same result.
You're just using chemicals, man.
Well, what do you think's in a civet's stomach?
Chemicals, man. Natural chemicals are different. But anyway.
So, and he said that was really good. So if you could get the same result at the same price as a market coffee, that makes sense, but I'll never buy that shit. I'll never even try it again. I don't give a shit. It wasn't good enough to even talk about. To even talk about. The only reason that we're talking about it is because it came out of an animal's asshole.
Yeah. If it was just, this is a special bean that only grows in this region.
Yeah, this is from the Philippines.
No
I would
one
have said,
would care.
oh, okay. I guess that's all right.
Yeah, no one would.
But I'd prefer any of the coffees that we have in the shop to it, for sure. So I also don't really drink black coffee, so the acidity is not a problem for me.
So.
You seem distracted. Are you
no.
moving on? Have you checked out?
Yeah, I'm done with fucking coffee talk. I'm sure everyone else is too. If anybody listens to podcasts like I do, you decide to fucking pull the plug. But yeah, I don't know. I got nothing else if you do. I mean, I could talk shit about Poughkeepsie City School District.
We could. We didn't talk about Trump either. We just bullshitted.
I hate talking politics lately.
Yeah, it's fine.
Everybody, the Facebook is flooded by it.
Yeah.
He's a dope. We all know he's a dope. Even if you voted for him,
One thing I did want to mention is, have you ever seen the show The Last Man on Earth? Probably not. No. It's a spectacular show.
We've talked about it.
Yeah.
I'm not into it.
So it takes place a few years in the future, and then there's a global pandemic, and everyone dies. Mm-hmm. They don't even reference Donald Trump as president. It's Pence is the president in the show. So I don't know what they're alluding to, but it's pretty funny. And there's like one sequence where it's like, you think the president doesn't have some sort of, inoculation or whatever, and then it's Pence's funeral. and then Paul Ryan's funeral, and then all these, and it's just like all these funeral of all the presidents dying of this
Holy
virus.
Shit, that's
but they
funny.
never even mention Trump. They just start with President Pence.
Wow.
Yeah, I just thought that was really funny.
Yeah. But if we want to go local, folks, I saw this.
We need a bumper for that too.
I saw this. I don't think we'll spend too much time on it, but it is worth mentioning, especially people who live in City of Poughkeepsie. I will attach this caveat. I don't understand budgeting, and I don't understand the economics of budgeting for schools and everything and how it's handled.
But several $1 million sounds like a lot of money.
However, the Poughkeepsie City School District is facing a possible $3.5 million shortfall in its 2017-2018 spending plan, and with it, the potential for deep budget cuts. Presentation given to the school board, $6 million worth of program of, quote, program operating and budgeted expenditures that have the potential, end quote, to be cut from the overall budget were identified by Assistant Superintendent for
Chalmers, Super Nintendo Chalmers,
Assistant Superintendent for Finance, Joseph Jimmick or Yimmick, one of the two.
What does it start with, a J?
So the board has not yet made any decisions. That was this is from the 10th, so I'm a week out. So I haven't been updated on this, and I doubt any updates have come across. The board has not yet made any decisions about what to cut. Trustees told Yimmick. I'm going to say Yimmick. It's a soft J.
What is it? It starts with a J?
Jimmick.
I would say it's probably Yimmick.
I'm going to say
it's probably like Russian or Polish or something fucking.
Yimmick. The list of possible budget cuts identified in the presentation included, among other things, Poughkeepsie's Academic and Career Excellence Academy, which is also called PACE, a Poughkeepsie High School Extension Alternative Program. Cutting PACE would save the district, blah, blah, blah. Would save the district $1.4 million in salary and benefits, along with building operating costs. The program is housed in what used to...
But by the way, that just what they just said would save them in benefits and all of that. That means that they're going to fire people. People are going to lose their jobs.
Time out. Not only that, they're saying making full-day kindergarten program a half-day program instead, or this is all and/or stuff. Like, they could do all of this.
Yeah.
10 full-time K through 6 teaching positions, axing, killing killing 10 full-time 7 to 12th grade teaching positions, and or a $83,000 reduction for special education health aides. So
it's fucking bullshit.
The problem is I was trying to figure out, and it's difficult.
But let's have another ballot
news.
initiative for the library with 3 fucking people at $2 fucking million.
Regardless, who the fuck?
Irregardless,
who the fuck?
You fucking did it.
I fell for it, didn't I? God damn it. Regardless is actually
I haven't gotten
right.
you that good since I told you that daylight savings time was 2 hours this year because of fucking global warming.
You had me good. Kept looking it up and everything.
He's like, I'm Googling it, nothing's coming up.
I spent 15 minutes to half an hour Googling that. I'm like, who's in charge of this shit?
So this year, daylight savings time is rolling forward 2 hours instead of 1 because of global warming or some shit. I heard it on NPR. That's what I said to him.
That's all it takes to fucking...
You just say, yeah, I heard it on NPR. And people are like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, for me to start spreading misinformation.
I was so happy with myself that day, but just like I was with this right now. So I'm sorry to derail you, but I'm very proud of myself as being a smarter person than you in this moment.
But my thing is, I own a house in Poughkeepsie, in the city of Poughkeepsie, so I pay school taxes.
Yep.
Even though I don't have a child.
For your non-existent children.
And everybody knows me. I don't fucking like kids.
Yeah.
So part of me says I don't give a fuck. However, it is still my town. It's still the people that live in my town. Hang on.
Yeah.
who is responsible for fucking this up?
That I don't know. And I don't think you're ever going to get the answer to that. My question is, are your taxes going to go down?
I doubt that.
No. They're going to go up.
Yeah.
They're going to cut service, and it's going to go up.
But it's not about me. It's about these 10 K through 6 teachers.
I'm just trying. I'm trying to put it in a Republican point of view, where great, you're going to cut services, so I get less. I pay less. Oh no, you're paying the same amount, but because shit's so mismanaged, we need to cut services because we can't say we're going to raise taxes.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, instead of firing those people, how about fire a half dozen redundant positions within the fucking local government?
Right. This is like this. I'm not one to think of this kind of stuff. I want to actually go to a school budget meeting.
Yeah, good luck with that.
With the open things, and I want to understand. I want to see how many people show up.
7.
This might be different, man.
Maybe. Hopefully.
We're talking about killing jobs. Listen to this. Let's listen to this again. Okay. 10 full-time K through 6 teachers, 10 full-time 7 through 12 teachers, okay? And cutting kindergarten programs.
What's that, like $50,000?
In a half day. Oh, yeah. 10 full-time teaching positions is a savings of $611,000.
Let's break that down. Let's just break that down. Really
I could
quick.
do it right now.
$611,000.
$61,000.
$61,000 a year. So those are full-time positions.
Yep.
For people that now need a master's, so they're $150,000 in debt.
Mm-hmm.
$61,000 a year with mediocre benefits.
I wouldn't say 150. It's more. It's in the upper. It depends. Depends on where you go.
If you went to a decent school and lived in the dorms for 4 years,
it's anywhere from like 70 to 150,000 probably, depending on where you are.
So that person, it's going to take them 15 years to pay off their goddamn loans.
And
they should be making more.
And you're cutting the kindergarten in half. So now
you're passing the cost on to
the parents.
So you're preparing their children less to go to school,
right?
And increasing the amount of cost that the parents now incur for childcare.
I was fucking furious.
I was just talking about this today. I saw it was a fake news article. It was a clickbaity link that was perfect. So it goes, "This is why we should pay school teachers less," right? And it starts off by saying, why should we pay teachers, especially like kindergarten teachers, so much money when all they are glorified babysitters? I tell you what, they don't deserve minimum wage. Pay them $2 an hour per kid. Pay them $2 an hour per kid. Forget about any of the preparation they do outside of school, just the hours they have the kid, because they're just a babysitter. And it came up to about $250,000 a year. $2 an hour per kid times 30 kids for one fucking teacher comes up to about $250,000 a year. They don't need benefits. They can purchase their own benefits if they're making $250,000 a year. If you were given the fucking deal, $2 an hour for a fucking babysitter, you'd be like, fuck yeah. 80 hours a week? 80 hours a week. We're good. Come on. I mean, if you just think about it that way, the cost benefits of just having that just taken care of by taxpayer dollars, consolidated all in, you're preparing a child for their education, you're taking the burden away from a parent that can now go and fucking produce tax dollars for you and help your community. I mean, of course. I mean, I don't think we should be offering free childcare necessarily, but all other countries do it, and it works out fucking great.
Yeah.
Almost every country in Europe, like, childcare is completely paid for by the government.
It's strange. Why? Like, to me, I was more at the same time of being just fucking. I am outraged, like real honest outrage from me, which doesn't really happen a lot. I was like, Brooke and I were in the shower, and all I could.
So it's you and Brooke in the shower,
my wife
doing this, like doing the I am irate hand motion.
My wife is
talking
listen,
local politics.
My wife is all lathered up, soaping her up.
You're just talking about kids.
And all I could give a shit about is
the children.
Whose dick do I have to cut off? Whose fucking head?
You know what I need?
Do I have
need something? Wait. I need fucking Maud Flanders going, won't someone think of the children for this fucking soundboard? And I need to fucking write that down.
It's frustrating, and I keep saying it's not so much about. It is about the kids, but it's also about it's my fucking town, and as douchey as it sounds, I like it here. I like my town. And I'm a Poughkeepsie guy, but this kind of shit bothers me because Poughkeepsie is not known for its fucking high school education. No. It's not,
and they're cutting more.
Yeah, how the hell are we supposed to dig out of it if we're mismanaging funds?
And that's why I think we're gonna that's why we decided to go hard local on things and talk about local issues and try and get more involved.
How much of those cuts are going to be from the salaries of the people on the board? I don't know how much they make. I don't know if they make anything. Whatever.
If they make anything, it should be some.
Somebody needs
the people that make the decisions need to be culpable and need to
not the people who are just doing their fucking jobs and taking
doing
care,
a necessary
taking care of your
job.
shitty fucking children. You know, it really makes
that went
me
dark, kind of. That went in a weird direction.
It's
your
bad.
child is shit, and this teacher deserves to be compensated for dealing with your shit child.
Yeah, and you're just it's more. I can't.
It's just anybody who's against public education is a fucking moron. Anybody who thinks that it's mismanaged, that's fine. You can have that argument. You can be for charter schools, all of that stuff. I don't care. But education, it's a proven fact over literally thousands of years now. Literally thousands of years. When the government provides education, the country or province or whatever as a whole does better.
Yeah. I just...
And like, I'm not being hyperbolic by saying it's been thousands of years we've figured this out. Come on.
I'm digging to see if there's any updates and everything.
No.
You know.
Well, we've had our rant. I think we should leave it with that. Unless you find something.
Yeah. Oh wait, what is this now? Hold on. No, it's nothing. Something different. But yeah, it's super frustrating for me, especially because I live here, and just to see that.
And I think in the last 4 or 5 years, when I first moved to Poughkeepsie, I didn't want to move to Poughkeepsie. I was like, I'm not fucking living there. But you guys lived here, and it was like a nice neighborhood, and I was surprised by that. And it's a stone's throw away from where we are sitting right now. So you made the decision to stay.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to buy the house that I'm in. You know, we have some hope for this town, and I think it's going to go somewhere, and I think it's going to get better. And you need people like you to buy a house here and make it better. Yeah. You know, not necessarily. What the fuck is that dinging?
That's me. Sorry.
So it's not necessarily like you're going to go rally and fucking protest and do all kinds of shit. No, you bought a house and you made it nicer since you got it. Yeah. Bringing up your neighbor's property value.
Spending
$2,000 for someone to screw you over, and then spending thousands of more dollars to put up a fence that still isn't up.
It's actually in my driveway. All the materials are just in my driveway.
Yeah, bringing up the property value. Just the materials sitting there are bringing up your neighbor's property value.
They keep saying we're going to put the fence in this week, and then the snow comes, and they're like, "All right, well, we got to wait a month to melt." Hey, we're going to put up the snow.
Love how you change directions as if you're on the stage, like doing stand up, being two different people.
Yeah.
So he's like, "We're going to put the fence up." Oh, we are? No, we're not. Why not? Because of the snow.
It's happened like. Can't get the fucking thing up. I can't get a fence in my house.
What I'm picturing right now is the zombie apocalypse starting tomorrow. Starts tomorrow. And you're fucking 6 weeks from now, you still haven't left your house, and you're like, if we had a fucking fence, I could let the dog out. If we had a fucking fence. The goddamn fake fence with his collar doesn't work when zombies are going to eat him.
Now he's shitting
we
in
need
my
a
basement.
real fence.
He's just shitting in my studio.
He's just shitting.
My nice studio that I can't even use.
Yeah.
Because the zombies took down all the fucking internet. All right.
Yeah. All right.
So, any of you listening who live in Poughkeepsie, I don't know how many of you, but you should be pissed off about this. If you own property, you spend money and pay taxes,
or you have children like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, if you're stupid and squirted into your wife or took your husband's seed like a
breeders.
dummy. Yeah, but if you spend money and spend taxes in the city of Poughkeepsie, you should be fucking pissed, man. You really should be pissed. So, and that's that.
And with that note,
weren't we talking about dicks or balls? And
do you want to do the title?
Yeah, let's do the title.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
All right.
This
so we're gonna do the
title.
title.
Like my favorite thing in the world.
Title and then plugs.
Yeah.
And then we're out.
You want to do plugs first?
You get them to linger longer if we do plugs first.
Okay. Let's do it.
We could do a little callback once in a while. Yeah. All right. So, not really a web presence just yet, but up and coming, the Hudson Valley Podcast Alliance. It's us and a couple podcasts getting together, joining forces, maybe sharing some resources. They've all been on the show.
Swap and spit, maybe?
Yeah, just making out.
Yeah.
Just making out.
So
hopefully I'll get mono again, lose some weight. It'd be nice. So, that being said, check out Dark Side Records podcast as well as their Dork Side podcast. Also, just go into Dark Side Records. It's a nice place.
Yeah.
Full of nice, bearded people. Check out Hudson Valley Legends podcast. We are supporting them on Patreon.
Oh, yeah.
They are supporting us on Patreon.
It's very incestuous.
It's very silly. So basically, we're just giving Patreon a fee to just pat each other on the back. So that's going great. So if you want to offset that fee, check us out on Patreon. It's basically like Kickstarter, except you get charged every month. So that's great. I'm not selling it. I'm sorry. Also check out Hudson Valley Transmitter. They have a quarterly publication you can pick up in Ryan and I's place of work, the Crafted Cup.
Yeah, buddy.
Also, Hudson Valley Transmitter podcast. Someday they will have a variety show. This show is brought to you by Track 7 Studios, providing quality artistic photography and video services for advertising or events of any size. Also, we are rolling out a social media program for local businesses. Still kind of in the works, but I am.
Oh.
Hudson, yeah, not you. Track 7 Studios.
Okay, sorry.
So, yeah. More to come on that, but it's gonna be a program where you pay a fee and then we figure out some social media shit for you. It's gonna be nice. We have no advertiser plugs. Eventually, when Tanner pays us, his plug will go here, and I think that's it. So that's all the plugs. Let's pick a title.
And if you'd like to, if you're listening and you'd like to advertise with us, we have competitive rates.
Yeah. You can for tens of dollars, you could have your less than tens.
What? You're looking at my face?
We'll say tens of dollars, which implies $20.
Like $1,000 for a 2-second read. No,
I was thinking $20, and we will support you for a fucking month.
I can't find our thing on Patreon, by the way.
Just type in Dead Radio Podcast.
I certainly did, and I cannot find it.
I don't have it. Sure. We'll figure that out.
Yeah, because we need a link to that. That would be helpful.
Yeah, it would be. It would be. I did put it up somewhere at some point.
Yeah, email us at, if you're interested in advertising, email us at ryandeadradio@gmail.com or adamdeadradio@gmail.com, and we will insert you into the show. All right, what about titles?
Very nice. All right, so we have Your Dick Has a Face.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a nice one. Not Fuck Her Driveway. Binge-watching RuPaul's Drag Race.
My favorite.
Put Your Tito's in Tito's. Everything's great, and you're holding your farts in. brown sticky water, and homemade payday bar. I gotta say, binge watching RuPaul's Drag Race, even though I don't think it describes the show very well, but it's clickbaity.
Mm-hmm.
Or put your Tito's in Tito's.
I'm all for anything that has to do with RuPaul's Drag Race. I'm in.
What about brown sticky water?
Can I quickly show you a picture of one of the winners of RuPaul's Drag Race?
You can if you want. It's never going to make me watch the show.
Doesn't matter.
And it has nothing to do with the fact that they're cross-dressers. It's just a show that I don't want to watch. It's like House Hunters International. Never want to watch that show.
I am just flabbergasted about how fucking good these dudes look.
Well, that is kind of your shtick.
Look at Violet Chachki. How about that?
Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that was a man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's pretty incredible. I mean, you got other ones that are like, hold on.
Just,
Courtney Act.
Brooke just ran down, or just screamed down the stairs.
Yeah, then there's, Bianca Del Rio.
I'd say that kind of looks like a man.
She's hilarious. All right, hold on.
Courtney Axt?
Courtney
Act?
Courtney Act. She's Australian, so she says Courtney Act.
Courtney Act. That's funny.
Yeah, right? Look at her.
Very, very pretty man. I mean, in that shot, I can't tell, but all of the other ones, like this one with her Adam's apple.
Well. Sometimes you just got to close your eyes and, get the job done.
You see,
it's incredible.
But if you're seeking it out, you're not closing your eyes.
But yeah, if you haven't watched RuPaul's Drag Race, season 5 and 7 are on Amazon Prime. Check it out. It's fucking hilarious. It's fucking hilarious.
Do your thing, man. Like I said, it has no. If I thought that it was going to be legitimately funny and entertaining, something that I would enjoy, it has nothing to do with the fact that they're men in drag. I'm not watching Chopped either.
I'm about to end this podcast and go watch season 3.
I'm sure you are. You're gonna leave your pants down here.
Yep.
Go upstairs.
Right. And just fucking 44 minutes of just edging until the end.
44 minutes of edging would be a really good title too.
I don't know.
No, put your Tito's in Tito's is better.
I like binge watching RuPaul's Drag Race. Let's do it.
You do what you want, man. You can do whatever you want. You're the one.
I can, but I like to be.
But I would love.
to make it look like
if we had an episode where we really disagreed on the title and we just kept changing it. Because we could both log into YouTube and change the fucking title.
And no one would notice because no one's listening.
Yeah, it's like 12 fucking people watching it.
Oh my god. All right, well, I think that was a successful show of ranting and raving.
We still did 2 hours.
Talked a lot about coffee. I think it was successful. Are we doing? What are we doing Monday?
I'll talk to you about that after.
All right. So hopefully some more guests lined up. That's it.
That's it. I got to pee again.
I certainly have to pee.
Sco.
All right. Thanks, kids. We'll see you Monday, most likely.
Or Tuesday, depending on how our conversation goes.
Or our schedules.
Yeah.
Now, how they work.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, who knows is right, because I don't know when I'm working next to you.
No, we need to tell Tanner that our schedules need to sync up for the show.
Much like our
for the
cycles.
show. But I did see your availability, and it was like Monday nights off. I was like, yeah.
Never mind.
All right.
One more time.
What?
Crafted Cup.
Crafted Cup.
Oh, you can't even hear it. Never mind.
Crafted Cup.
Buried. Hold on, let me try
fine.
something.
We'll do a clean one.
I want to try something.
Oh my god.
Watch this.
Crafted Cup.
That's all the bumpers at once.
me radio unit 91. He's dying in the middle of it. Now,